Hello. Something that I have been picking up on is that there was I say was because I do feel like this ended, maybe even recently, or maybe you're just now processing the fact that it's ended. But there was a connection with somebody where you really couldn't figure out why you weren't connecting, or you thought you were connecting but there were issues, so you couldn't figure out why there were so many issues in the connection. It wasn't blatantly obvious to you that this person had negative intentions, because I'm not getting that this person was using you. No, and whoever you are coming to realize, or you have realized, that this person, while you thought you had like a good connection with them, and this could be like friendship, this could be romantic interest, whatever, but this person, it wasn't outright obvious their ill intentions because they weren't using you. And what they were really doing was they were competing with you. So you thought you were like on equal footing with this person, and you thought you guys were on the same page here, and you were. This person and you had or have a lot of common interests, common morals. But the issue with the whole entire connection was the fact that they were competing with you. And the reason it's really hard for me to get this out, because it's really quite sad energy, honestly. I'm sorry for whoever's going through this, because this definitely feels like a best friend breakup to me. Like, even if you were with this person romantically interested in them, this is still definitely a connection where there like was a strong friendship, but this person couldn't get over their need to compete with you. And I was getting something along the lines of like, this person would like tell you about things you both like to do in similar activities. And like, if you weren't with them or whatever, and they'd catch up with you, and you thought they were like telling you about it and including you in it to build a connection, like a further like bond with you. But the real reason that they were telling you was like, it was a competitive drive. Everything this person did with you, told you about it, that's why this energy is so sad, because like, you thought you were genuinely connecting with another human, which is so rare anymore. I swear, it's in this day and age, it's hard to connect with others because everything's online. And after the pandemic, it's just been different connecting with others. And I think you really truly felt like you were connecting with this person, and they just had too many issues. It wasn't a personal thing. I'm not getting that. Like, this person's really confident is the thing. Something about you made them feel threatened. Like, Something about you made this person feel threatened. The Five of Pentacles, maybe you made more money than them. Or, like, maybe they were going through a rough patch and you weren't. Or maybe they saw something you were working on where you were going to make more money than them. I'm also getting something about some kind of route they took in life was a poor decision, and they were like projecting that onto you. I don't get that they were wishing it upon you, but maybe they were being extra hard on you because, like, deep down, I don't think they wanted you to take the same route as them. Because, oh, now I'm getting too that that's the other thing. This person technically was farther in life than you, but had, like, less to show for it. And that really bothered them a lot. Because you made, like, more wise choices. You were thinking farther ahead than this person. Like, I'm getting that you were willing to struggle. And I'm also getting that you had a whole struggle you went through before you even met this person. That they weren't even there for. So they never... even saw your struggle. I don't think they cared to ask either. This person, like, thought you had some kind of unfair advantage, and you didn't have an unfair advantage. In fact, it would have came out down the line that they had, like, a better advantage in life than you did, and you still had more to show for it, and that really, really bothered them. This is a major lesson for them. A major lesson for them. Because I don't think this person's even like I'm not getting it that they're a bad person. I'm more getting that they have issues. And whatever this situation was with you, this connection, like, it brought them out. Maybe this person wasn't able to view their issues properly until they met you. But I do get that this could have been a 5-year connection. I just got King of Wands fell out, and I'm going to take it. I get something about a 5-year connection. Or maybe it's been 5 years since you left this person behind, but it's coming out. Or you guys might have mutually too, because, like, I'm not really getting the energy of a huge, like, falling out either. I'm just getting that you made this person feel threatened, and logically they knew that it was wrong, but emotionally they couldn't resist this competition with you. And you weren't trying to compete with this person. You were stepping into a more powerful state of being, period, because of this struggle that you went through prior to meeting this person. And this person looked at your self-improvements. I'm getting a really calm energy right now. Really calm. This person might have caused more stress on you than you realize. Like, energetically. Because I just got, like, a very grounded. This person wanted you to feel bad about something that you should not have felt bad about, like laying a boundary. And again, logically, they knew this was wrong. But emotionally, they still wanted you to feel bad. To feel sorry for them. It seems as though this person will not openly guilt trip others. What they'll do is they'll like insinuate things and create situations. Not situations, create perceptions. Like the way they present themselves to make other people feel guilty or feel like they owe them when they don't. And I've been getting this overwhelming energy of this person making very, very poor choices before they met you that didn't provide long-term results. And you did the opposite, but I don't think this person realized it immediately. I think they're just now realizing, like almost like this person felt like they were supposed to be a guide for you, but you were the guide for them. You were, and not like intentional either. That's another thing. This person has a huge like superiority complex. It's like a warped like, what do they call it, Captain Save-A-Ho, that term. But it doesn't have to be like a guy and a girl, but I'm just saying that term, Captain Save-A-Ho, where like they feel like, but it's warped even more than that regular mindset, because it's like they can't fathom the fact that you were the one who had more wisdom than them. Maybe this person was older than you, but again, made really poor choices that they didn't really learn from. Because I'm really just feeling an overwhelming sense of like, that you're both mutually accepting that the connection is over, but they're not accepting that they added no value into your life. And that sounds so horrible. Like, I'm not saying it to be mean, but that's literally what I just heard. That they didn't add value to your life. And they were like, this was giving them an energetic boost, thinking they were like saving you. 1331 when I looked up. And this was draining you, by the way, because after I said that, I got like tingly, energetic, like nice goosebumps up my, going from my legs and my body. Like this person, I think you thought that this person grounded you, but I think they thought it too, and it was really the other way around. And this person's not telling you, I'm not getting that they're doing bad necessarily in life, but they're not telling you how much they feel like they've lost complete control over their life, which of course being controlling is like not a good thing, but you still want to have some sense of like agency over yourself and your free will and how your life is going on. This person doesn't have that feeling. Whatever choices they made prior to meeting you has now left them shackled, and you aren't shackled by the same constraints that they are, or And that's another thing that this person is envious over too, because they do know this much. They do, there's just like they're not going to like apologize to you. Their pride is way too big to ever admit this to you. This is something that really bothers them, but also kind of sets them free in a certain way too. Because this person was living in a false reality. They had a false perception of you. They're really kicking themselves for not gaining. They could have gained a lot more wisdom from you, but they were just shut off subconsciously, like due to their superiority complex, to anything that you would ever like say to them. Oh, I don't know if I said this or not, but there's something about too, I've been really careful with my words in this video. And there's something about this person being very careful about how they speak to you and what they share to you. They're also regretting that you were a person they should have trusted more and opened up to more, and they opened up to other people who really screwed them over and didn't add any benefit to their life. Again, like this person is very self-serving. I'm really not getting a person who like goes out of their way to like take from people and manipulate. Like they are manipulative and they do have morals, again, where they don't seek to cause harm to others or their life, but they're just self-serving and really pushed you like on a back burner. Like they still have this connection with you, but they pushed you on a back burner because they felt like there were other people that were more worth their time to invest in. And all those people that they put you on the back burner for made their life worse, made their circumstances worse. And I'm also feeling like if you felt like this person had people, like if the good people in their life, if you thought they didn't like you or something, that's not true. There was always a weird vibe because everyone else saw that like you were a positive influence except for this person, and everybody was really confused. Everyone was really confused by that. That was the weird energy. If you felt a weird energy surrounding like people around them, everybody else was confused. Everybody else was like seeing this play out besides you guys, but there's been like a mutual acceptance and a mutual grieving process. And I am getting to this person's like taking it to the chin, like they know they can't go back and change, because if they would have invested, and I'm not even necessarily getting romantic again, I'm getting more of, and it could have been, it totally could have been, but I'm saying I'm not necessarily just getting romantic. There's definitely not a ton of like sexual undertones this reading or anything. This person, you should be flattered because they do place value on you as a person now. They didn't before. They didn't. They do now. They do place value. And they know they're not going to get that same version of you that they were or could have gotten either. Like, if they do. So this person is, like, taking that to the chin. Ace of Wands came out. They're really digging themselves out of a hole right now. And I think a part of them regrets this because they know, like, your guidance would have been so valuable even just to help them, like, get out of this. Heavy Sagittarius, by the way, already. Just in the few cards out. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles. This is something... this person's really immature because they're really bent out of shape about you, like, not being bent out of shape about them. I guess this person's used to people seeking them out again and, like, relying on them, like, as a guide almost. Like, it's this person's, like, really, they know it's immature too. They know it's wrong. They know it's wrong and immature to feel this way, but they still feel this way. Like, they still feel superior to you. This could be like a status thing too. This person could have came from a higher status than you, and that could be why they feel so inferior to you. Because I was getting a reading, like, they had more opportunities than you. And they made really poor and better guidance, and they made really poor choices that are coming back to bite them now. And again, everybody makes mistakes, but this person's biggest problem was thinking they were, like, superior to the wrong people. Because I don't think you're the only one this happened with. Like, this person was, like, cruel to people who had their best interest at heart. And, like, kind to people who were using them and leading them down a bad path. I really am getting, like, again, not a bad person, just a really immature person that needs to learn a lesson. And I do, like, feel the acceptance, but I also think this is more on your side too. And, like, I also think this reading is going to bring comfort to you and help you, like, release this. Because this does feel like a releasing phase, and it's not some big blow up. It's not some you hate this person or they hate you. It's just there's, like, an unwillingness to grow. This person, like, got stuck at a certain level because they thought it was the highest level. It's something, like, along those lines. The color green is very significant too. Should have started out saying that because I got it at the beginning. I'm getting it again. Something significant about the color green. Four of Swords. Yeah, so this person definitely isn't saying much, if anything, because I've barely pulled any cards and I'm already 23 minutes in. This person isn't saying much. They are reflecting. They're really struggling to come to terms with the fact that, I don't know if this person expected you to, like, they weren't wishing it upon you, but they expected you to be lost without them or something. Like, this person really thought they were just guiding you to a great place. And again, like, I'm sure this person, if they were in your life for 5 years, like I was getting, I'm sure it might not be the case for all of you. It might be 4, by the way. Or 3, sorry, 3 to 5 years. But, they just can't get over, they had a whole reality in their head that they were some, like, I don't know what this word necessarily means, cornerstone for you. Like that they, or like they were guiding you. And they weren't. You might learn some things from them, but they weren't like a main, like a role model. This person thinks they're like a role model for others, and they're really not, because they don't have anything. They have, they just got from other people. They didn't, like, build it on their own. Again, they had a lot more I just heard connections. They had a lot of connections, probably from family or like a friend they had. They had a lot of connections. The 9 of Wands. Okay. More Sagittarius here. I'm telling you, this Sagittarius is really popping out here. You could have Sagittarius placements. This person could have high Sagittarius placements. This person's a overachiever and really made some poor choices too. I'm getting like that they're reflecting on, and again, you didn't, and they can't like comprehend this. The Wheel of Fortune. They also know they don't deserve like you're, again, like I said, technically more free than this person. Like, have more freedom. And this person's coming to terms with the fact that they don't get to enjoy that with you. Because they didn't even see it until now. They didn't see it until now. The Hermit. Yeah, there's big, like, this person also might be somebody who's never been alone before. As in, like, they've never sat by themselves. And they've never reflected on these poor choices they made. Like, they're taking internal accountability for this, but they're not outwardly expressing it yet. They're not outwardly expressing this yet. Someone is feeling a big, I really think you especially, but this person as well, like, is going to feel a release, like a big weight lifted off. Like a very big weight's lifted off of this. The Tower. Yeah, this person isn't feeling as grounded as they once did when you were in their life. They don't want to admit to you how much you grounded them. And something I'm noticing too is no cups have came out yet. And I think this person really struggles with following their intuition. I think this person really struggles identifying their emotions. And I think this is what the value this person missed out when they disregarded you and your value. I think this person's realizing that they didn't really get to access this part of you that other people have. Like, I think this person felt like they held a higher, just getting a massive power imbalance. Like, they felt like they held a higher position in your world than they really did. Like, I get a sense of emotional closeness, but not on a truly deep level here. The bond that was built by, like, taking actions together and speaking to each other about experiences and hobbies and interests was very, very real, but the emotional bond wasn't built. And I don't think this person knows how. This person's shallow. This person's realizing they're very shallow. This person's realizing that it's not fulfilling to build connections on competition and superiority. This person's also realizing they've misled a lot of people and they are feeling guilt about that. You're not one of them though, because while you held this person in high regard, you also still viewed them as an equal. Because you saw them, I just keep hearing lose freedom. That's been a big thing that I've been getting in this reading, is losing freedom. This person's lost a lot of freedom due to past actions they've taken, and you have not. You've like gained freedom. And this person feels envious of this. The Ten of Pentacles. This person's I'm getting that they're making good money, but they feel empty and they can't figure out why. And they also feel restricted and they're not understanding. They thought like having a bunch of money would give them more freedom, but it's not at all. It's confining them even more to obligations that aren't even paying off anyways. Yeah, with the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, like, this person has a void they're unable to fill, and it's emotional. Yeah, with the Knight of Cups, it's emotional. It's an emotional void this person just really has no idea how to fill. And they're really looking back on how you tried and picked up on the fact they weren't emotionally available, and you were emotionally intelligent enough to not push it. And they feel empty now. They feel really empty now. You feel a lot calmer, they feel a lot calmer, but they also feel empty now. The Knight of Pentacles next to the Knight of Cups. They neglected emotional labor. They may have been pushing off emotional labor onto others around them. You might have experienced this, but laid strong boundaries with them. Two of Swords. The Magician. This person's having to learn how to emotionally regulate themselves right now. And this is not easy. They're being forced into this by the universe, literally. Because this person they avoided this. They pushed emotional labor onto everybody around them. And like I said, it wasn't a direct way. It was very covert how they did it. Justice. Yeah, we do have a Libra coming out too with the Two of Swords too. Yeah, they're being forced to... This is something that's really, like, wearing on them, too. Like, energetically. Their emotions are really heavy weighing on them because they're not processing them themselves. And they never did. Like, it's like a backlog of emotions coming up right now. And that's intense. That's very intense. That's why it's important to like meditate and take time alone, because like if you can slowly process your emotions while you're going through something and still trying to be responsible and live your everyday life, it's just less intense to do. If you can like purge your emotions and observe and identify them and release and purge them, like, this person's never done this. They could have had substance abuse issues to suppress this. They could have done some kind of substance that numbs them. Page of Swords. Queen of Swords. Yeah, there's Libra heavy coming out now. Six of Wands. The King of Swords. I think somebody's watching you balance things out from issues they caused and ideologies they pushed. And so this person does feel guilty. Because this person really neglected your emotional side, and they're seeing that now. They're seeing not just you, how many people's emotions they never took into account, thinking that they were like beneath them or something. Those emotions were beneath them. The Fool. And it's really, they know it's immature that they, like, they're jealous that you're happy. They're jealous that you're free. They're jealous, but they know it's wrong. They know it's wrong to feel this way. And then I'm getting it now. This person chose money over love early in their path. And they're heavily regretting this now. And trying to figure out how to get the love back in their life. And the only way to get the love back in their life is to learn to love themselves, which is they're realizing they don't love themselves. So this is good news. Somebody's about to grow. Somebody's about to grow. They're going to have to beat this addiction, though, that they have. Yeah, it's got a grip on them. They're not out of the water with this yet. Whatever vice they have that's numbing them is not going to be a thing anymore, and they know this. And they're really, this is on their mind heavy right now. Like how stressed they are about. This is also something they're ashamed of. This person feels like a coward because they can't face their emotions without numbing themselves out. And I get that they're being like forced to. I really am getting that they're being forced to. Yeah, again, the 10 of Wands next to the 9 of Swords. And this person, again, this was hard to come out at first. Like, I think this person does want to talk to you about this, but they're not. And I think they feel like, I do feel some consideration here because they're realizing that they've put such emotional burden on others. They're not wanting to do this to you because they do genuinely feel bad. But then in a way, they feel like you're the only person that can help them. But again, you're not. Only they can help them. Only they can process those emotions. They can like lean on others sometimes, but still, this is like their burdens to carry. This is their choices they made early in their path have affected them. The Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, you have this really loving energy that they really took for granted. And now they don't know what to do. I don't think it's my job to tell you what they're doing, because this person doesn't want to, they're treading very carefully with you because they do care about you, but they have so much they're still working through that they're not going to come to you with any of this yet. This person's gaining empathy because of you. Like, I'm sure they had some empathy, but this person's gaining even more. Like, oh, this person's becoming very compassionate because of you. Very compassionate. They have to learn to be compassionate to themselves, though. The Hangman, they do. They have to learn how to be compassionate to themselves. I don't know what that was. It scared me. Ace of Cups next to the Ace of Pentacles. The Moon, and it is, again, this person chose money over love. They're very materialistic. But I feel like this is kind of getting repetitive. Let me finish this up. Judgment, and it's more of like them like reflecting on this decision. You guided this person. The Chariot, they're learning to guide themselves. This person was really codependent before. And they're becoming more independent. They've learned about this over-competitiveness, and they're working on that too. Because it was a one-sided, it wasn't like the issues arose because y'all were competing with each other. The issues arose because they were competing and you weren't. I guess, like, they just have a competitive mindset that they're releasing right now. I love you guys.